I was always a low-key person, but I decided to go all out with my makeup for my high school reunion. Turns out, no one even remembered me.
Excuse me, who are you?
The voice belonged to Jennifer, who had been doing amateur modeling since high school.
Wow, you're so caked up. I can't even recognize you.
Unbelievably, Jennifer splashed her cup of water on my face. With my makeup gone, I suddenly felt vulnerable, as if a spell had been broken. Just then, I heard murmurs from my classmates.
Wait, are you?
Yes, I'm not the same person I used to be. My name is Sarah, a 20-year-old studying literature at a private university. While many college girls are into fashion, I've never been interested. I'm still that low-key person. People say you get into fashion in college, but that's never been me. Even in college, I look the same as I did in high school. I only tuck my hair behind my ears when eating. Otherwise, my face is mostly hidden, and that's fine by me. Being inconspicuous, almost like air, suits me just fine. I've loved reading since I was a kid. In elementary school, while everyone else ran to the playground, I headed to the library. I can't remember if I loved books first or if I went to the library to fill a lonely void, but I definitely love reading. Inside books, there's a world that I don't know about. Books add color to my otherwise monotonous life. Reading was my only hobby, especially since I wasn't good at sports or socializing. In high school, reading wasn't enough, so I started writing novels. I would hide behind my long hair and secretly observe people for story ideas. In my world, exciting things are always happening, things I'll never experience. Just like reading books, observing the real world was fascinating.
Sarah, tuck your hair behind your ears. No one can talk to you if they can't see your face. Well, I guess I'm the only one who would.
Jennifer, who was way out of my league, would occasionally come over to my desk to talk. She was an amateur model, known as the rich high schooler. I never understood why Jennifer picked on me. But she wasn't bullying me, just teasing. She was indeed pretty and wore high-end brands. But she never became material for my novels, so I ignored her. My hobby of writing novels, which started in high school, continues to this day, and I even post my works online. One day after college, I dashed off to a publishing house in Boston. The scenery from this unusual train ride seemed more vivid than usual. Oh man, I'm so nervous. For the past week, my heart has been racing, and it's all I can do to keep my composure. My heart is pounding, and it's reaching its peak now. Next, please.
Nice to meet you. I've been a fan of Miss Williams since middle school.
I poured my feelings into those words, probably speaking more openly than I ever had before. By the way, Miss Williams is the author Emily Williams, whom I adore. Today, her new book launch event is happening at this publishing house. You have a way with words, dear. Thank you for loving my work so much. Keep challenging yourself to broaden your horizons, Miss Williams said, signing her new book for me. As I walked away, still on cloud nine, a man near the entrance of the publishing house stopped me. Little did I know that this encounter would change my life. He gave me a special makeup set, and strangely enough, it sparked an interest in makeup, something I had never cared about. From then on, I started waking up a little earlier to do my makeup before going to college. It's strange. When I put on makeup, my face naturally lifts, and my perspective broadens. I realized that the world, which I thought was always the same, actually changes from moment to moment. Makeup isn't just about looking good. It's more than that. One day, as I was feeling this newfound joy and curiosity, I found an invitation to my high school reunion in the mail. Ah, a reunion, huh? The old me would have sighed and debated whether to go. But now, I feel a slight urge to attend. Encouraged by Miss Williams' words to keep challenging yourself, I decided to go to the reunion. On the day, I opened the makeup set and saw various eyeshadows, lipsticks, and blushes I had never used. Should I go a bit more glamorous for the reunion? I chose some bold colors I usually wouldn't use. Before I knew it, I had applied heavy makeup like a stage actress. Well, no one will remember my face anyway, I thought, and headed to the reunion in a new dress I bought for the occasion.
Technically, you need my agency's permission to take a photo with me, but I'll let it slide today.
When I arrived, Jennifer was already the center of attention, tipsy and more flamboyant than ever. She had transitioned from amateur modeling to professional appearing in magazines, which I had seen a year ago. Impressive indeed. While I didn't necessarily want to be like Jennifer, I admired her for her boldly expressing herself. As for me, people who passed by barely nodded, clearly not remembering me. I guess that's to be expected. Why would they remember someone they never spoke to? Even though it was a predictable reaction, I felt a bit sad.
Excuse me, who are you?
Just then, Jennifer, who had noticed me standing at the entrance, came over with a cup of water. She looked closely at my face, chuckled, and then the next moment, something cold splashed on my face. "Hey, what are you doing?" In a flash, I didn't know what had happened, but Jennifer splashed water from her cup onto my face. The room fell silent.
I can't even recognize you with all that overdone makeup.
Jennifer's voice echoed through the room. Unfazed by the reactions around her, she showed me the empty cup and laughed. What just happened? So cold. What does my face look like now? I wiped my face with a handkerchief, only to find it smeared with makeup. So my makeup is ruined. Suddenly I felt vulnerable, as if a spell had been broken. Then voices from my classmates. "Hey, haven't we seen her on TV?" "Wait, are you related to Tommy Haywood?" Before I knew it, a crowd had gathered around me. Jennifer was even more surprised, and lost for words. You see, I had recently made my TV debut. On my way back from Miss Williams' new book launch, a man approached me. It was Tommy Haywood, a world-renowned makeup artist. He had been in another room at the publisher's doing an interview. In today's world, beauty interests both men and women, and Tommy Haywood's show boasts top ratings in the beauty genre. Even I, who knew little about beauty and makeup, had heard of him. When Tommy Haywood approached me near the entrance after the event, I was shocked. "I'm borrowing her." With that, he grabbed my arm and led me to an empty conference room, not minding my surprise. Don't worry. I'll give you a makeover." Tommy Haywood sat me down, removed his glasses, and did my makeup in just a few minutes. Finally, he fixed my hair. "Take a look." I was amazed when I looked into the hand mirror he handed me. Wow, I look beautiful. Even the people from the publishing house were surprised by my transformation. "How about becoming my exclusive model?" "What? Exclusive model?" I instinctively shook my head at the unfamiliar proposition. "Why not? Meeting you here today is fate. I'm so proud of how beautiful you've become with my makeup.
Let's inspire women around the world together.
I was indeed grateful for the incredible makeover, and happy to have met someone so famous. But I don't want to stand out. I've lived my life avoiding attention, and I'm comfortable that way. Hearing my words, Tommy Haywood slowly shook his head.
You should believe in your potential, and have the courage to step into the wider world. Think about it.
With that, Tommy Haywood gifted me his contact information and a custom makeup set. That's the makeup set I'm using now. For days after, Tommy Haywood's words stuck in my mind. Not just him. Ms. Williams had said something similar. Broaden your horizons. Take on new challenges. Let's give it a try. I made up my mind and called Tommy Haywood. From then on, I left everything to him. One thing led to another, and I became a regular model on Tommy Haywood's show. On the show, I revealed my bare face and underwent an incredible transformation thanks to his magic touch. It seems someone here had seen that episode.
Oh, it's Sarah.
Sarah, you're Tommy Haywood's exclusive model. That's amazing.
Tell us the story.
My classmates started talking to me one after another.
I have a better modeling career than you.
Just then, Jennifer's voice, full of resentment, echoed through the room. She was glaring at us from outside the circle of people. My classmates, who had seen Jennifer splash water on me, looked at her with disdain.
You should thank me. I'm the one who removed your overdone makeup so people could recognize you.
She showed no signs of remorse. That's when Robert, the class heartthrob, stepped in front of Jennifer, showing her his phone.
Jennifer, you're so boring. Most of your Instagram photos are stock images, aren't they?
What are you talking about, Robert? That's not true.
Well, the American store you posted about recently has been under renovation for months. And someone saw you in Boston just a few hours before you claimed to be in Paris.
Robert continued to press a flustered Jennifer.
You're not actually getting any modeling gigs, are you?
That's mean.
Jennifer, visibly shaken, couldn't bear the cold stares from our classmates and stormed out of the room.
Lies catch up to you, don't they?
One classmate muttered. I later heard that many classmates had been following Jennifer's Instagram and were growing tired of her fake posts.
Sarah, you dropped this earlier.
Robert handed me Ms. Williams' book, which had fallen out of my bag when Jennifer splashed water on me. Thank you. After that, I talked more with classmates than I had in all 3 years of high school. Talking to people around me wasn't as hard as I thought. Everyone has their own thoughts, their own way of living, and their own uncertainties. I knew this, of course, but hearing it directly from people felt different than reading it in a book. I'm glad I attended the reunion. I'm truly glad I mustered the courage back then. As for Jennifer, I heard she got fired from her modeling agency. Someone had posted a video of her splashing water on me at the reunion, and it went viral, causing a backlash. Social media can be scary. While I question the person who posted the video, I hope Jennifer learns to live without lying to herself. 3 years have passed since then.
This is Sarah. Could you come over now?
The call led me back to the publishing house where I first met Tommy Haywood and talked to Ms. Williams 3 years ago. That day, in this place, my life changed dramatically. As I was lost in thought, a voice came from behind me.
Are you Miss Sarah, the writer?
Writer? Me?
Yes. Your novel is going to be published. You're making your debut as a novelist.
Really? I was so surprised that I kept asking for confirmation. Ever since gaining confidence, I had been sending my own novels to the publishing house. One of them caught the attention of the higher-ups, and now it's going to be a book.
From now on, you'll be a beauty expert and a writer. You'll be busy. We'll schedule a meeting for next week. Looking forward to working with you, Miss Sarah.
Likewise, thank you. Being called a writer still tickles me a bit. Will I ever get used to it? No, never forget where you started. As I stepped outside, the warm glow of the sunset enveloped me. The building housing the publishing company was also bathed in the colors of the setting sun. This place is indeed special to me. I'm glad I took that courageous step back then. Otherwise, I might still be hiding behind my hair, living in a limited world. I wouldn't have been able to see this beautiful view or be a part of the exciting things happening around me. Of course, books are still my dear friends. But now, I want to write books that give hope to those who lack courage, just like I did. Facing the setting sun, I made that resolution. Good morning.
Good morning. I hope we find a great venue today.
Yeah. Today, I'm going venue hunting for our wedding with the man who recently proposed to me. That man is Robert, whom I reconnected with at the reunion 3 years ago. Robert, who picked up the book I had dropped. We've been in touch since then and found out we both love reading, especially Ms. Williams' books. Robert, the class heartthrob, turned out to be someone I could relate to. Being with him makes my heart race, the world around me shines, and I feel at ease. New emotions are stirring within me.
Found another idea for a novel, haven't you?
Robert peered into my face. You noticed?
Come on, let's go. No work talk today. Our wedding is our own special story. Don't turn it into a novel.
Oh, come on, let's share our happiness. Our voices echoed in the air. Hand in hand, Robert and I stepped into the pristine wedding venue.